Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led onto the field by the former third-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback, Nick Foles.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. First carry for Raquel Armstead. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Yeah, the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. Now Foles. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, let's see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Looking to throw. Love. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. Deferring to Armstead on the draw. Fighting through. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Foles. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. There you see the starters defensively for Jacksonville. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. That's David DeCastro, the former Stanford Cardinal, with a penalty. On 2nd down, Swift. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Love. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
From the gun, Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Love. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Good job. Good job, buddy. Good job. Good stop. Good stop.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jaguars getting set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35 on 2nd down. Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Go, go, go! Watch 98. 98's the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up. Go.
Here's Foles. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On first down, again, they go with Armstead. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you give this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They run it with Armstead. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Armstead. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Just like that. Just like that.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got Swain here as tight end outright. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Foles now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. This is Armstead on the carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot, start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room.
Still 1st down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run here with Armstead. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll hand to Armstead. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch left, watch left. Tight.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Foles now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got it over the middle to Jeff Swain. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call.
And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And you look at the numbers, not only has he not caught a pass, they haven't targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime.
And you remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Love. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Marcus Mariota, outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they've gone to the half, all even at 14 apiece. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw. Love to Switzer over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try the left side. Swift. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. On the handoff, Armstead. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Foles. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Foles. Lee's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They go play action here on 1st down. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Foles looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
We got 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Foles, and he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off play action. Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. First down. Love. That's going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Gearing up for their next possession, Nick Foles and the Jags. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
2nd and 5 now. Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first down. Love over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
False start, offense.
Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Connor, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That's on the former Army Ranger, Alejandro Villanueva. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch 7. Watch 7.
They'll drop to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On second down, Samuels. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 3rd and 2, Love. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, Love. His pass caught with the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 10 more there and another 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, Connor looking for space. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
False start, offense.
David DeCastro, the former first-round pick out of Stanford, gets the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give running right is Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, it's Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Foles and the Jags down by 16. A minute 40 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he fends him off. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Another try after the 1st down sack. Foles. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Foles, clock moving, trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Looking to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Steelers, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.